themselves in early September, looking up in the standings. The A's are currently 7.5 games out in the West, and Boston is eyeing the wild card. Tonight, these two teams meet at the Coliseum knowing that every game matters. So why not throw your best? Two Cy Young candidates, Trevor Cahill and Clay Buchholz, do battle on a Friday night in the East Bay. Both have identical records at 15-6 and have been staff aces for each team all year. Coming up, it's Game 1, A's, Red Sox, next. Friday night baseball from the Coliseum, and it is a big weekend of baseball for both these teams, the A's and the Red Sox. So we are just about set to go. Beltre having a terrific year for the Red Sox. David Ortiz, another good year. So those guys right in the heart of that Red Sox lineup. So it's game one of the three-game series, the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland Athletics, coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. A's have 23 games left in this season. And, Ray, both the A's and the Red Sox are at the spot now in the standings where they just simply cannot afford to lose.
Dave Magadan, the hitting coach for the Red Sox, looked at the board and said, looking for help with the New York Yankees. So they're paying attention to the scoreboard. The Athletics, you look at their record, a game under 500 yet, just 7.5 games behind the first-place Rangers, who are hosting the New York Yankees this weekend. Of course, the Red Sox, they are behind 9 games in the division, but maybe a chance of the wild card. But they need to play very, very strong baseball the remainder of the season. So that's why this is a very important series for both teams.
Well, one of the exciting things around Major League Baseball here in 2010, great young pitchers. We're seeing a bunch of them. We're going to see two tonight. Buchholz, Cahill, first and third in ERA in the American League.
They each have 15 wins, and if their ERAs hold true to form, this should be a pitcher's duel. Trevor Cahill, his last 3 starts has not been that great. However, he's picked up a couple of wins. Of course, Buchholz lost earlier to the Athletics here at the Coliseum, but this is a great way to start this series. Matter of fact, the whole weekend should be a great pitching matchup between two of the top pitching teams in baseball.
And both those youngsters, all-stars here in 2010. So we are indeed looking forward to a great pitching matchup in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Must-win series for both teams. Buchholz and Cahill will do battle in Game 1. We'll have lineups at first pitch when we come back.
Baseball is brought to you by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
A's have taken the field behind Trevor Cahill. And fans still rolling in. A's and Red Sox. Big weekend series here at the Coliseum. And we will do lots of scoreboard watching tonight. As always, Game Time Weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free, and the boardwalk is open daily. 69 degrees here at the Coliseum. And it is a very clear, it's going to be a cool night, but a good night for baseball.
Who's pitching tonight?
Trevor Cahill.
Why is that? What do you hear?
That's good stuff.
That is great stuff. White Rabbit.
Here's the Red Sox lineup for tonight. Ryan Kalish in center field. J.D. Drew in right. Victor Martinez the catcher. David Ortiz the DH. Adrian Beltre at third. Jed Lowry is the shortstop. Josh Reddick in left. Bill Hall at second. Lars Anderson at first. So some names that we don't necessarily recognize in the Red Sox lineup. A's starting defense brought to you by the Black Diamond Brewing Company. Davis, Crisp, and Hermida in the outfield. Clarish, Pennington, Ellis, Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki is the catcher, and Trevor Cahill is the pitcher.
Grady, why didn't I look at you like that when playing of White Rabbit? 26 starts for Trevor Cahill. His third against the Boston Red Sox, first ever here at the Coliseum. The 2 losses, he is 0-2, those coming at Fenway Park. But he has been pitching great, and especially the last 3. As we detailed, when he's not pitched exceptionally well, but he has 2 wins in those 3 starts.
First pitch of the ball game to Ryan Kalish is just a bit outside. So 7:07 first pitch from the Coliseum. The A's an off day yesterday, so it's nice to have an off day at home.
6 walks for Trevor Cahill in his last start against the Angels. And of course, something that he does not want to continue. But not a good start for him, the first batter. And sometimes the movement, you can have too much movement, moves out of the strike zone. The fear is to hold the target in the middle of the plate like that and having to go straight. Fortunately, it was 3-0 and it wasn't swinging.
The 3-1 pitch to Kalish, the center fielder. Swing and a miss. Now a full count. Will be followed by J.D. Drew and Victor Martinez.
Another fastball and movement up a little bit. That's a good move. It started in the middle of the plate and broke outside.
That one's driven to center and hit well. Coco Crisp is going back. He's near the wall and he leaps and he caught it.
Wow.
That was out of the ballpark, folks, and Coco Crisp brought it back.
Everybody's looking at Diamond Vision, wanting to see the replay, and we'll show you an outstanding play as the crowd just goes a little bit wild after Coco Crisp, a former Red Sox player, jumped up at the Comcast Sportsnet California side and brought it back in. Great timing, great jump over the fence, and able to hang on and bring it back in for the out. Take him out to dinner, Trevor.
It's a good way to start the game.
Wow. But watch his right hand. He kind of braces himself and almost pushes himself back so he could bring the ball back over the fence in his glove instead of letting the fence knock the ball out. That was unbelievable. Our Ultra Bowl is brought to you by the Evergood Sausage Company, and what a way to start this series in Ultra Mode. Coco bringing it back. Trevor should pitch a no-hitter now. A perfect game, actually. Coco just saved him a run. I tell you, the ball he's carrying, it's a warm start to this game. Ball was carrying very well during batting practice.
And that is strike 3 called.
Attaboy, Jerry.
That's the worst strike 3 call I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Jerry Lane's a lot of excitement tonight. Let's check out our keys to the game brought to you. Let's show a replay. Just watch the home plate umpire. This is a strike 3 call. Makes you wonder if it's strike 3 based on the way Jerry Lane called it. You're out.
Act interested a little.
Suzuki had to confirm it with him. You sure? Strike 3? That was unbelievable.
Jerry Lane is the home plate umpire. Uninterested.
Well, this is a great start to a fantastic series.
Victor Martinez with 2 outs. 294 for Martinez with 15 home runs, 63 runs batted in. It's a shot picked by Pennington on the backhand and thrown in the dirt. Barton digs it out. Well, for a 3-up, 3-down inning, that inning had a lot of action, but check out the play by Coco Crisp. Off, followed by Barton, Suzuki, Cust, Ellis, Hermida, Davis, Larish, and Pennington. The defense for the Red Sox: Reddick, Kalish, and Drew in the outfield, Beltre, Lowry, Hall, Anderson on the infield. Martinez the catcher, Buchholz the pitcher. First pitch is lined off the glove of Lowry and into shallow left field.
He robbeth and then he taketh. Unbelievable. Clay Buchholz, a first pitch hitting by Coco Crisp. Actually probably thought he should have had a 1-0 lead, but 25th start for Buchholz, and he has been outstanding. One of those losses came to the Athletics, and that was here on July the 21st when the A's beat him 6-4, but he has been outstanding with a .225 earned run average and an outstanding season for the Red Sox. And you'd have to think if the Sox had had a few of the players not be injured this year, the pitching they have and have had, they'd have a much better chance to be at least higher in the division.
That start that Buchholz had when the A's beat him, just from a statistical standpoint, had the worst start he's had all year. 5 earned runs and 4.
2 home runs. Matt Watson, his first major league home run. Beautiful afternoon. Ball carrying well. Matt hit it well and hit his first. And Jack Cust also got it.
Just back from the disabled list at that start. Coco Crisp with a good lead, inches off even further. And he takes off, pitches a ball, throw to second base, not in time. Coco Crisp with a stolen base. 17 consecutive steals for Coco Crisp.
Unimpressive because he's been bothered by a sore knee. But look at the lead. I mean, that is a tremendous lead. Almost the point whether you get the sign to throw over, you do it anyway if you're a pitcher. Because you know he's going to run. The ultra most showing the head first slide going to the outside with the ball being taken by the middle infielder Lowry in front of the bag.
"17 consecutive steals for Coco Crisp, 25 steals total on the season. He's only been thrown out twice."
There's the man, Ricky Henderson, talking to Steve Sales, but Ricky is going to be around for the weekend.
3-0 now to Derek Barton.
You know, Ricky's got that uniform on, thinking that I think they could activate me at September call-ups. Still in great shape, just like he was throughout his great career.
Fastball first strike to Barton. On deck, Kurt Suzuki. Just to keep you updated, the Yankees are leading the Texas Rangers 4-3. That game in the top of the 6th inning. 4-3 Yankees, top of the 6th over the Rangers. Keep a close eye on that one. The Red Sox will watch their scoreboard as well, but they will not like what they see. Tampa Bay, a wild one. The Rays just finished off a 9-8 win in Toronto.
Had a 9-3 lead.
Exactly. That was 9-8.
It's during batting practice that Dave Magadan said needs not getting much help tonight from Toronto, and then you look up and the closer's in there. Soriano. Check out our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. The matchup on the mound, no doubt. It is an outstanding one with Buchholz and Cahill. Red Sox injured, but still alive, no doubt. A very good team. And the A's, a must-win series, as are the remaining games for the Athletics. Cahill looking for number 16, as is Buchholz.
So game number 140 tonight for the A's. 22 left after tonight.
Now we might be thinking about a double steal. These two guys on, and Barton, of course, a huge lead at first as a trailing runner. Coco's not being held at second.
And even if Bill Hall does try, Coco Crisp doesn't. He's not affected by somebody just kind of taking a couple half-hearted steps over to keep him close. He gets a good lead, and he stays with that lead. One 1-0 to Kurt Suzuki. Barton dancing around too. It's funny, Barton, it looks like to me from up here, he's dancing around. Nobody's covering first, obviously, and he's keeping a very close eye on Coco Crisp.
You can actually turn around and look straight at him.
He doesn't have to worry about the pitcher.
No. And of course, Todd Stevenson, the first base coach, is letting him know what the first baseman Anderson is doing. If he breaks behind him, then of course he'll get back quickly.
That time Martinez, well, he saw Barton dancing around, so he thought about maybe sneaking his first baseman in behind. Little cat and mouse going on right now with the base runners.
But that is the main job of a first base coach, especially in this situation. Todd Stevenson is back, and as soon as Victor Martinez came up at that point, Todd Stevenson was yelling, "Get back, get back." And very quickly, Barton did get back with no throw.
Runners not going, and Suzuki drills one left center field and hit well. Reddick is back near the wall. It's over his head off the wall. Here comes Coco Crisp. He will score. Barton is right behind him, and the A's take a 2-0 lead in the first.
Kurt Suzuki with the aggressive swing. Jim Scanlon, the A's hitting coach, talking about just being a little bit more aggressive. Watch the front foot of Suzuki, lifts it, and the perfect timing going down to get the outside fastball. Reddick thought he had a chance. Otherwise, he could have played it off the wall to Karam. But either way, he was going to score 2 runs. A good effort by Reddick. Just did not actually, as he jumped, the ball not that far over his glove. But Kurt Suzuki, not enough elevation to get out. A great base running Derek Spartan with the ball in front of him, trailing Coco Crisp. No throw, no slide, big hit.
So here is Jack Cuss stepping in. Fastball for a strike. So Kurt Suzuki gets RBIs 60 and 61. Kuzmanov still leads the team in RBIs with 69. Down and in to Jack Cust. 10 homers, 40 RBIs for Cust. Sitting on 99 career home runs. Of his 10 home runs this year, 2 of them have come against the Red Sox. A's and Red Sox have played 6 times this year before tonight, splitting the 3 games.
And a big one here against Buck Holtz, straightaway center field that gave the A's a 3-1 lead. Matt Watson, the solo home run, but Big Jack went straightaway center. How often have we said it? Facing a good pitcher, take advantage early. Don't allow him to settle down. If he does, you hope to have a few runs on the board, and the A's have accomplished that in the first inning.
And now 3-1. Buck Holtz not sharp in the early going.
Well, as we speak, straightaway center field off Buck Holtz. Buck Holtz just looked back at Jack Cuss. This was high off the center field. Beautiful afternoon. Red Sox 2 visits to the Coliseum this year. The A's just 1 back to Fenway Park.
Inside, he walked him. Still nobody out here in the first.
John Farrell, pitching coach, and no doubt a little bit surprised with the inconsistency of the strike zone, although Coco Crisp, this game, funny game. Coco robbed the first hitter. Then he comes up, hits a shot that Lowry at short not able to handle. That could have been an out.
Yep.
Instead, it's a base hit, stolen base, walk, double walk. Still nobody out.
And Lowry probably should have caught the ball.
Absolutely.
I think it looked like a ball he should have made the play on.
Might have had some slicing action that came back on him and maybe hit him in the heel of the glove, but definitely a catchable ball, and keeps him in the windup, and maybe doesn't walk Barton, but that's how things change and can change when you catch a break.
So here's Ellis, 268, 3 homers, 35 runs batted in. Mark to butt, and he rolls it down the third base line. Perfect butt, wow. And it stays fair, and the bases are loaded. If you rolled it out there, you couldn't have done it better.
No, you almost have to take it out and place it. Stayed on the grass. Beltre waiting for it to hit the lip and roll foul, but it did not. And Ultramo, this is a great bunt. Top spin there, gets on the grass, and with the spin, watch the rotation of the baseball. That is a beautiful shot in HD Ultramo. And look at that. See some dirt flying off the spikes of Mark Ellis as he was running? That ball just starts rolling and comes to a dead stop. What a great shot.
And he'll take it to extend the hitting streak to 10. Here's Hermida. Bounces it. Second base, and that's going to be a double play. Run comes in to score. That is Suzuki. So Hermida hits into the 4-6-3 double play. No RBI, but a run for the Athletics.
Suzuki getting the high fives. Mark Ellis with his great bunt. Also to put a run at third so he can score on the double play. Back-to-back pitches. Ellis a bunt, Hermida a ground ball double play. Hermida looking for more against his former teammates.
In the dirt, blocked by Victor Martinez. So a 3 spot for the A's so far here in the first inning. Still a runner out there. That's Cust at third.
That's a great way to cap this inning. Have a 2-out run scoring hit. Rajay with the infield playing up because of his speed.
Rajay, 5 hits in his last 9 at-bats. The average at 273. He's held his average pretty firm this year. Checks his swing on that one. Three hits, 2 walks for the A's here in the first. Swing and a miss. That's the good changeup.
And throws it very well to left-handers, the way it fades away from them. But for the right-hander, just right over the top, and a 2-1 count. Hitter's count, thinking fastball. Rajay got an excellent changeup.
And that fastball, strike 3 called, says Jerry Lane. Side retired, but a good first inning for the Athletics. They score 3 times. On to the second, 3-0 A's. Three-0 lead. David Ortiz steps in the cleanup spot. Another solid season for Ortiz. 29 home runs, 88 runs batted in, and a .261 average.
Consider where he was at the beginning of the season. Dave Magadan, the hitting coach for the Red Sox, made some slight adjustments in his setup. The hands a little bit farther out in front. 29 home runs for Big Poppy. So I don't think he's finished. There he is, former A's player, Dave Magadan. 97 and 98. Jason Veritek active, standing next to him. The captain, the catcher. Mikey Falvin has his hands. He's very busy this weekend. 39 players, the Red Sox, in the clubhouse tonight.
That one's hit high to center field. Coco Crisp comes in now, goes back, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now Friday, September the 24th, the A's play Game 2 of their final home series of the season, and that's when they host the Texas Rangers. First pitch 7:05, 10,000 fans that night. Get a 2010 A's team photo. It's brought to you by Comerica Bank. Get tickets online, OaklandAthletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL. Here's the band, Michael. See, when we were in Minneapolis at Target Field, the Twins had their team photo day.
There's
no way the A's team photo was anything close to that of the Twins with Bert Blyleven.
I don't think it will be. No. I don't know that any teams.
We hope that's not going to happen. Bert, of course, we hope this time next year can put HOF next to his autograph in the Hall of Fame. But he is always doing some things, tricks up his sleeves.
2-1 to Adrian Beltre.
But he has tricks.
There's a couple different ways you could describe things Bert does. Makes us laugh. 2-2 to Beltre. He is having a terrific season for the Red Sox. 27 homers and 95 RBIs. Lays off that pitch. 3-2.
Somewhere, Billy Beane, here you talk about those numbers. Adrian Beltre, he knows he offered a pretty good contract to sign with the A's. Decided to sign with the Red Sox for 1 year. Of course, will more than make up for it with a contract that he will be getting from somebody next year.
1 year, $9 million from the Red Sox, and he took it, hoping that put together a big year. He's done that, so it has gone according to the plan of Adrian Beltre. Kevin Youkilis.
He's out for the rest of the year. He's had hand surgery.
How about the disabled list for the Red Sox? Pedroia, Youkilis, Cameron, and Ellsbury. And those are 4 really good players.
Defense and offense, all combined.
All of them.
4 players.
Big bouncer. Ellis takes a big hop and flips to first, and that is out number 2. But Jacoby Ellsbury has played in just 18 games this year. Mike Cameron has played in just 48. Pedroia played in just 75. Oh boy, you take a couple of those guys out of a lineup, it hurts you. But
through it all, that man has handled it as well as anybody. Terry Francona, Tito as they call him, will never offer any excuses. He handles it as well as anybody could be expected to handle it, considering the expectations, the pressure of managing and playing in Boston for the Red Sox.
The Red Sox 78-62, so a very good record. It's the 4th best record in the American League, but they're in the East, and that's not going to do it in the East. Even with those injuries, they still score a fair amount of runs. They're 2nd in the American League in runs scored, so they still find a way to do it. Marco Scutaro not in the lineup tonight. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Jed Lowry.
Across the bay, Justin Pedroia fouled the ball off his foot. Right there, his left foot defraction.
That was a bad weekend for the Red Sox.
Yeah,
I think they won 2 out of 3, but Victor
Martinez.
Martinez got hurt and Clay Buchholz got hurt running the bases. So they were glad to get out of there. That was sort of the start of the injury situation for the Red Sox, and it just has not gotten a whole lot better. Ellsbury's been out for a long time. He just has not been able to recover from a rib injury.
That's a pretty big guy to have a collision with. Adrian Beltre came back and then had a collision with the first baseman.
Yep.
When he came back, similar to Pedroia, that just didn't work out. And so to say the A's are getting the Red Sox at their maximum strength, we could tell as far as the following here at Coliseum. If they were at maximum strength, there would be a following.
Yeah, not the usual Red Sox nation, 10 to 12,000 in the ballpark. Josh Reddick, the hitter, 0-2, and Reddick fouls it back.
How would you like to be a kind of a shadow of Kevin Youkilis? With him not playing, And talk about, I mean, when he does play, I mean, he's a great guy to watch because it's so intense every at bat. And here he is on the disabled list. Can't play anymore with the club.
Working on his swing.
He's working on it.
Yeah, that's why he's so good.
That's right. Absolutely.
Up and into Reddick, the left fielder. Reddick has been up and down this year with the Red Sox. This is his fourth stint with the club this year. That one's hit hard past Ellis and into right center field. Jed Lowry heads to third. Reddick, good speed to second, and he's in there with a double. Well, we know this about Josh Reddick. He's fast.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Now a 2-out walk on 4 pitches to Lowry. And then to Reddick, hanging curveball. Not so much a hanger, but a slower curveball that he was able to break past Mark Ellis. Reddick, let's just watch him run.
Kicked her in.
Yeah, after taking a wide turn, I think he wanted to shake hands with his teammates in the dugout. It's a pretty wide turn.
So Cahill trying to work his way out of a 2-out rally here as he faces Bill Hall outside.
With Hall's setup, you could actually tell him to get in the batter's box. His left foot. Talking about an exaggerated open stance. His left foot is on the outside line.
Yep, it is. It's almost out.
Almost out. He's got his toe, and he keeps creeping and chicken.
So 2-0 to Bill Hall. Yankees 5, Rangers 3, bottom of the 6th inning. A left-handed hitter, Lars Anderson, in the on-deck circle. And there's a good pitch, 2-0, right on the outside corner.
A lot of times when the hitter has exaggerated open stance, they bring the left foot. In this case, watch the left foot come in towards the plate. Set up outside, but usually like to go inside. Figure the movement of the hitter, but it's like Bill Hall gets the left foot in the hitting zone very quickly to where he is ready to attack.
Hits that one on the ground to Pennington. Pennington throws across in time. Cahill gets out of the jam. The Red Sox strand a pair. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. 3-0 A's.
tonight when the A's face the Red Sox 6:05 p.m. A special pregame ceremony beginning at 5:45 p.m. to honor over 50 local firefighters and fire chiefs. A designated portion of the ticket proceeds for this game sold through the A's website will be donated to American Red Cross to aid the victims of the San Bruno fires. In addition, there will be tables taking donations for the American Red Cross throughout the Coliseum. So please visit oaklandathletics.com/firefighter for tickets. Come out and support the American Red Cross and, of course, the great firefighters on September the 11th. Here at the Coliseum with a 6:05 start tomorrow night. Of course, hope to see folks out here. You know, Cap, I was thinking about it. If you look across the country and you look at the standings and you're starting to see X's appear with teams eliminated.
Sure.
How many teams would love to have a club to support 7.5 games behind on September the 10th? And come out and support. And this is what fans of the Oakland A's have. A team that still has a chance until that X is put next to your name, which means you're eliminated. You got a chance.
Yep.
And we appreciate folks watching on Comcast Sportsnet California in HD, but it'd be nice to have a huge crowd in support of this club, which has continued to play exceptional baseball.
2-0 to Jeff Larish. Larish, Pennington, and Chris.
Right now, Baltimore, Kansas City, Cleveland, Pittsburgh have the X. They're done. Of course, I played on teams. We had X's in the opening day of the season. Imaginary X.
The X was in your mind already.
It was already implanted. But the A's have continued to play very good baseball and just trying to make it a very interesting race.
3-0 pitch, strike to Jeff Larish. Larish playing third base tonight. Big swing, and he bounces it off the plate. It rolls foul.
Well, the best thing the A's can do, or could do right now, is continue to add on. 3 in the first inning on a struggling Buchholz, who came in with fantastic numbers.
In the dirt, and Buchholz with the leadoff walk to Larish. So they're going to get Buchholz right back into the stretch.
I mean, wait, that was Steve Scarsoni, the Stockton manager, who was standing next to A's skipper Bob Guerin. Shadowing him this weekend.
It was a good year for Stockton. They made the playoffs. They lost in the first round. So Steve drove over. There he is to Bob's right.
And Ricky behind talking to Rajay Davis.
First pitch to Pennington is a fastball for a strike. Rangers got a run in the bottom of the 6th, though it's Yankees 5, Texas 4, top of the 7th. That one has been a back and forth game. Pennington, a fastball, hits it high and foul on left field line. Jay Wilson knocked around.
A 4-3 score before each club scored another run to make it 5-4, but the Rangers second and third and 1 out, trailing 4-3. The Yankees got out of it, so they've had runners on base, said the Rangers, but have not gotten the big hit to this point.
There's a base hit for Pennington to right field. It's going to allow Larish to go all the way to third. So the A's again in business against Buchholz. First and third and nobody out.
A great swing by Cliff Pennington on an 0-2 fastball inside. Watch him pull his hands in. What a great swing to pull the hands in, get the good part of the bat on the ball. Ultra Mo, and really cleared his hips. And Larish had to make sure the ball was not caught. Kicked around to see where the right fielder Drew was playing, and then picked up Mike Gallego and easily made it to third base. That's a great swing by Cliff Pennington, especially where Buchholz and Martinez tried to get him with 0-2. 5-2 with a 196 since the All-Star break. As we'll see John Lackey tomorrow night and Josh Beckett on Sunday. Brett Anderson and Dallas Braden. So that's why this is a very, very good weekend of pitching between two teams with very good starters.
Coco Chris singled, stole a base, scored a run in the first inning. He hit a line drive that Jed Lowry, the shortstop, did a half dive for and could not make the play. Chris was aboard. Seven base runners for the A's so far in this game. Clay Buchholz, the guy who leads the American League in ERA.
There's no doubt. Scouting reports, the advanced scouts, scouting the Athletics, and saying they're running. I mean, look at everything that's happening already in this game. The number of throw overs. There's Coco, a stolen base, a big lead that he got to steal his 17th in a row.
Pennington not going, and the pitch is changeup that drops low. Pennington over at first, 24 steals in 29 attempts. The A's do a very good job of A, stealing bases, and B, they don't get thrown out very much. Buchholz is just not sharp at all. Well, that is Bobby Kramer, left-handed pitcher called up today from AAA Sacramento. Had a pretty good year for the River Cats in a short period of time.
Adam Rosales placed on the 60-day disabled list to find a spot for him on the roster. Kramer, that is.
Bases loaded, nobody out for the second inning in a row.
The A's right now have 3 players on the roster up here played independent baseball. Not this year for Brett Ziegler, but he was in independent baseball. It was Kramer and Justin James. And Matt Watson hit a home run off of Clay Buchholz, was also independent baseball.
Well, Bobby Kramer made 7 starts for Sacramento in a very good ERA, 1.94. Made 20 starts in the Mexican League. Bobby Kramer, a left-hander. Maybe we'll see him at some point.
Means he has a good breaking ball, off-speed pitch if he pitches to the Mexican. Hitters will play the Mexican League to learn how to hit.
I was going to say,
the off-speed
good
pitch.
idea.
That's right.
First baseman, number 10, Derek Barton.
So Barton hits with the bases loaded. Well, the A's have a chance to really open up this game early. They have a very good pitcher that is struggling. They're trying to take advantage. They got 3 in the first. Curveball. Barton swings and misses.
Derek Barton, of course, a very good eye. He's walked a lot this year. Walked already tonight. And after 2 walks in this inning, sitting fastball, got a curveball. Surprised that he actually swung at it.
Bobby Kramer's thinking, what am I doing right now?
And this was about 30 minutes before the game. It wasn't like it was before or during batting practice when the gates weren't open. Michael Zagaris, the Z-Man, trying to get his photo file filled up.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Ray, but Bobby Kramer's probably saying, oh man, my teammate, I just got here. It's my major league debut. Are they looking at me? Am I allowed to do this? Should I be doing this? What's going on?
Plus, he doesn't even know the Z-Man. Wait till he gets to know him.
Maybe he'll have a better understanding. Outside, 2-1. Buchholz. You're seeing some negative emotion on the mound as he's shaked his head about 5 times so far in this start. He just has not been sharp at all. That one's into right field, and that's a base hit. That's going to drive home 1. Here comes Pennington, the throw to the plate, not in time. 5-0 Athletics. Barton found a hole on the right side.
Maybe he was setting him up. Swung on a first pitch curveball, then got the count in his favor, got the fastball. And J.D. Drew, although charging the ball, Cliff Pennington with excellent speed, especially with the ball hit on the ground, able to score. Mike Gallego is very busy tonight at third. Light pump for Larish and a big pump for Cliff Pennington, able to stand up, and that's going to be it for Clay Buchholz without an out here in the second.
Wow. So the ERA is going to take a pounding when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and Spawn experts. The premiere, Sunday Night Wrap. That's this Sunday at 9 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet California. Gary and Tony together on TV for the first time. Brandon and Bruno, sports knowledge, they are full of it. Bottom of the second, and the A's have scored 2 more times, and the Red Sox, I'm sure they were not planning on going to their bullpen this early. It's Dustin Richardson, a left-hander. His first pitch to Suzuki is a strike. The ugly line for Clay Buchholz.
He throws through so few pitches and struggled. He could come back, pitch tomorrow. It's be kind of a side session. Not going to happen, but Richardson is the long man. 24th appearance, no record for the left-hander.
That one is low. Richardson pitched just a little bit in the big leagues last year. Appeared in 3 games for Boston.
Pitch pitcher, low 90s with his fastball. Low slider and changeup. The lefty.
He's a big guy, 6'6", 220 pounds.
The thing the A's could do is hit him hard right from the beginning of the game, his appearance anyway. So a long man wants to come in and give his team some innings, and more importantly, put up some zeros. as we're dancing a little bit. The only concern with the runner at second, if you're the runner at second, is the spin move. Coco Chris started to run. Barton at first base with a big lead also was thinking about running.
Inside, 2-1.
Well, the A's had double steal, 2 of them in the same inning the other night.
That's right. And Ricky Henderson down in the runway saying, yeah, I used to distract the pitcher a lot.
And then they'd groove one and he'd hit it out.
Exactly.
That's not fair. Grounded to short slowly. Hall is able to turn it though, and that's a big double play for Richardson.
Christ goes to third. So 2 outs.
What's big about that is that a couple of pitches before, Coco Chris almost took off and stole, and it would have been a double steal. Instead, Richardson looked back, froze him at second, and he kept the double play in order and got it.
So Jack Cust will hit with Crisp at third, 2 outs. 5-0 A's. Rangers got out of a jam in the top of the 7th. Still Yankees 5, Texas 4 going to the bottom of the 7th. One pitch to Cust is a fastball just a bit inside. Cust walked in the first. That fastball to the outside corner, and this time Richardson gets the call. So 1-2. A's with 5 runs on 5 hits. And they've received 4 walks. This inning started with a walk to Larish, and he scored.
Kevin Kuzmanov still out with the back spasms. And scaling. Talking a little hitting with the Kuz with Jim.
Now full count to Cust. Payoff pitch. Richardson to Cust. And it is a bit high. Second walk for Cust.
Kevin Kuzmanov on Sunday, a ground ball and a couple of steps out of the box. And oops.
Okay. Number 14, Mark Ellis.
Talking about Kevin Euclid. How about the other Kevin? Not in the lineup, Chris. At least Kuz has a chance to come back. Euclid is out for the year.
Yeah.
Well, you're accustomed to playing every day, and you're sitting. You can't find enough things to do to keep your sanity. Amazing, they kind of gravitate towards the hitting coaches, huh?
And Raymond.
Yep. And of course, Raymond.
Breaking ball to Ellis is outside. 1-1 the count.
Still can't believe it. Coming in with a low ERA, and all of a sudden, 4 batters in the second inning without an out, and you're sitting in the dugout. He's got to wait 5 days to pitch again.
Torture. Fastball high, 3-1. So Ellis in the hitter's count. He drills that one to center. Kalish is going to make the catch. Side retired. He scored 2 more times. So we have played 2 from the Coliseum. 5-0 Athletics. Sox. It'll be Lars Anderson, Ryan Kalish, J.D. Drew. 3 left-handed hitters against Trevor Cahill. Lars Anderson.
8:04, and Lars Anderson is at the plate for the first time tonight. It's taken him an hour to get up and swing a bat.
Anderson, another player just called up. Called up on Tuesday. That one just a bit low.
Trevor Cahill 6 walks in his last start. That was against the Angels, not 1 scored. And got lucky last inning after a 2-out walk. It's a leadoff walk in this inning.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cash Creek's Cash Perfect 10 giveaway. From now until October, 10,000s will win cash and prizes every day. Visit cashcreek.com for details.
Who wants one? Hide ready.
So here's Ryan Kalish, top of the order. Takes a fastball for a strike inside.
Ryan Kalish thinking exactly what every player who has been in the minor leagues comes to the big leagues in the same year. Steve Tollison, who in his last start Wednesday, third base, lined out third. And joking, said, "No, they put a third baseman out there." He said, "That is the biggest difference. There's no doubt. You come to the big leagues, the defense, the pitching is better, but probably more than anything, you hit a ball. In the minor leagues, you know you've got extra bases, or at least a hit, and here's an out. I think Kalish experiencing what Talis is talking about. A home run taken away by Coco Crisp, leading off this game.
Just a bit inside, but a pretty good pitch from Cahill. 2-2. The ball past Cahill on their return throw.
Now we're going to see it again, and we're going to see it a lot of it on our highlights. It's Kalish showing a 3-2 fastball, and Coco Crisp timed it perfectly. Did it specifically because it wasn't from the Comcast Sportsnet California side.
Barton's going to try to make a great play himself, but he runs out of room and runs right into the padding.
Wow.
Looks like Derek's okay.
He's just running to try to loosen his legs after jamming them into the... That's a thick padding. She didn't drop a drop. Kept the cup without losing any beverage.
Pitches hit off the foot of Kalish. Top of the 8th inning in Arlington. Still 5-4 Yankees over the Rangers. In the American League Central, the first place Twins lost tonight, 2-0 to the Cleveland Indians. Jordan Coco Crispy comes in, still coming in. Now he settles underneath it. That is out number 1. Fausto Carmona, a terrific outing. Complete game, 3-hit shutout. Pavano took the loss, so Carmona over Pavano, 2-0 the final.
What the good guys do in Chicago.
Good guys in Chicago won. So a good night for the White Sox. They pick up a game to cut the lead to 5. White Sox 4, Royals 3. Chicago was trailing late in that game, but they scored 3 times in the 8th inning. So the White Sox not out of it yet. Looking at the schedule for the White Sox and the Twins, they will play 3 more times, and those 3 games will be next week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. See where those are going to be located.
Let's see.
I think they're in Minnesota.
I was going to say we're in.
No, they're in Chicago. They're in Chicago.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the A's are in Minneapolis next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it'd be exactly the same as when the A's went into Minneapolis. The Twins were in Chicago.
That's right. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, exact schedule.
So that 3-game series in Chicago next week, the final 3 games between the White Sox and the Twins this year. Big bouncer, Ellis gets the out at second. The turn, nicely done, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 double play, and nothing for the Red Sox in the 3rd. Great question. Don Barnes from Auburn asked, does Derek Barton practice doing the splits, or does it come natural? Well, you know what? Why should we answer it when Derek Barton can answer it?
Started off happening on accident. Pulled my hamstring one time doing it the first time, and it was just something that I guess I realized I could do. And it's not something I try to practice, but when I stretch out there, sometimes my foot slips, and sometimes I try to go out there. But either way, a lot of the time it helps out.
Indeed, it does. He's a terrific first baseman.
Never thought a baseball player would be talking so much about the stretch or the splits.
Well, he does. His stretch. That's much more than any other first baseman.
Yeah, it's like doing the splits, which if he were still catching, he wouldn't even be dreaming about doing that. Which he was a catcher originally, third base, now at first base. He might be getting his knees checked right now because he jammed them very hard into the rail.
But he was doing a little self-examination in the dugout, kind of hand leg up over his knee and looking at it.
It's a very thick padded wall down field level seats down first and third. It's third, you don't have to worry about it because the rarely used tarpaulin roller is along or front of the field level. But first base, there's a lot of room and you get nice speed running and try to brace yourself or at least stop before you get to the point, which Barton did not. Pennington and a stretch by Derek Barton. Wow. What do you think with the stretch, how far it takes him out to catch the ball versus standing up and just take the normal stretch you see from first baseman? So
as long as the throw's not offline.
Right. Well,
if it's offline, then he's in trouble.
These infielders never throw anything offline. Right? They're always accurate.
Three-two pitch is low. He walked him. So
you say they're not?
No, I agree with you.
Okay.
So that is walk number 6 for the Red Sox pitching, and it is only the third inning.
And really, it's just a 5-0 lead.
Not a good lineup with Boston, so you better keep scoring. So Davis steps in. He struck out looking to end the first inning. First pitch is low. The ball strike ratio for the Red Sox pitchers tonight is not good. Is a strike with a fastball. Jeff Larish will follow Rajai Davis. Wild swing by Raj, so he's now behind in the count 1-2. Action in the Red Sox bullpen already. That one bounced towards short. Lowry charges. He gets a big hop. They'll get the out there, and that's it. Hermida slides into Bill Hall. They catch a quick chuckle, and then Hermida will be retired. So Davis is aboard on the fielder's choice. Stolen base opportunity for Raj Davis.
I think unless this was a former teammate, Bill Hall might have been a little bit upset.
Maybe.
Because Hermida went through the bag to the shortstop side. Really no chance for Hall to even think about turning a double play. teammates say, I know you're not trying to hurt me. But in case you are, you better get down the next time because I'm going to throw underneath. And watch how far Armida goes through the bag. He slides late, and Hall just taking the throw with the force at second.
Tried to hold him up. Softens the situation a little bit. Larish walked leading off the second, and he scored a run. Davis not running, and the pitch is a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. A little over 19,000 in the ballpark tonight. We're blaming that on the Red Sox fans. They're not out tonight.
Ricky intently watching Rajay. But yeah, I talked to Jerry Rummy. Of course, probably as popular as anybody in Boston. He said, nah,
they're down on the Sox.
Yeah. The traveling road show is no more. These fans came out tonight thinking they're going to out loud, out yell Red Sox Nation, but there's no nation here. Ricky and Ty Waller watching Rajay Davis.
And Rajay Davis, maybe a little more patient, Ray, with Richardson. Probably has not seen him before. Get a good look at his move.
The thing about Ricky, he's so good. He's probably picked up something that Richardson's doing that depends if he's still in the game. Rajay, they'll talk to him about it. Rajay going back to the bag on the last move by Richardson when he threw to the plate.
Rajay bluffs a bunt and then spins around and goes back to first. The pitch is the ball 2-2. He took about 2 steps towards second base, maybe 3, and then stopped.
A strength and conditioning coach Bob Alejo is a little simulating. Rajay is like a little league. You see his foot was on the line.
Can't leave till it crosses up plate.
Bob Alejo can do it all, can he?
He sure can.
He's a pitcher. He's throwing batting practice many years ago with the A's.
Why not anymore?
He's got some good ones. I won't say his arm is bad. I'll just say there's coaching staff that throws a lot. See Juan Pierre with the White Sox, the next homestand, the last homestand for the Athletics. The White Sox and Rangers come into town.
That's a fastball right there. Strike 3 call. Larish knew it, and that's out number 2.
We might be seeing a late call from Jerry Lane, but watch Jerry Lane's body. You can see he's belting out a strike. Right there, he just said it. Strike. And he tells everybody else.
That one was right down the heart.
See, I'd like to declare to go back to the first inning with J.D. Drew. And then that last strike 3 call.
Yeah, I think Jerry lost track. Video evidence suggests that Jerry lost track. Pennington takes a pitch low. Pennington with a base hit and a run scored in the second inning in a line drive to right. Big hit in that inning and put runners at first and third with nobody out. So maybe Raj just isn't quite comfortable yet with Richardson, or he is got a close eye on him. We may see him go here soon. He's seen quite a bit of Richardson now. Not running, and the pitch is outside, so 2 of them count.
He's not even getting a big enough lead to fake like he's going to run. That's unusual for Rajay. Usually he's green light and he's ready to go anytime.
There goes Raj, pitches high, and he's going to have a stolen base. Much to the light of the all-time stolen base king. Number 44 for Rajay Davis.
Well, he got the big lead also, and again with 2 outs, no reason to look back.
That's a strike down around the knees to make it a full count.
I think at time of possession, the Red Sox have been on the field a lot longer than the A's tonight. First, this is already the 3rd inning.
If it was football, you got to get the defense off the field. And that's a fastball, strike 3 call. So when it's all said and done, Dustin Richardson strikes out a pair. He gets Larish and Pennington looking. Trevor Cahill has runs to work with tonight. He'll face Victor Martinez, David Ortiz, Adrian Beltre. So it is the heart of the Red Sox order here at the top of the 4th inning. Trevor Cahill, 3 shutout innings. Clay Buchholz, a whole different story for the Red Sox tonight. We had it touted as a pitcher's duel. How could you not think it wouldn't be? But Buchholz gives up 5 earned runs in 1 inning, and his ERA goes from 2.25 to 2.53. struggled right from the get-go. One and two to Victor Martinez, who grounded out to short in the first inning.
And a great thing for Trevor Cahill. Instead of being down 1-0 after one batter, Coco Chris saved him, and then his club put 3 on the board in the bottom half of the inning. That's a great way to start a game, especially have an impressive win total and earned run average.
1-2 pitch to Martinez is inside with a changeup. .60 pitches for Trevor Cahill. And that one's popped up. Right center field, Hermida. He's under it, and he's got it. Terrific home ERA for Trevor Cahill, 1.71.
Now batting, number 34.
Not bad on the road, 3.76.
Well, that ERA jumped considerably with the one start he made just recently in Yankee Stadium. Did well in Cleveland, but not at Yankee Stadium. But he has bounced back nicely.
Faces Ortiz, who hit a fly ball to center field in the second inning. That one's hit well, but Crisp has room. Warning track, 2 outs. So that'll bring up Adrian Beltre, Bloomberg Sports graphic. On base plus slugging, OPS. Very popular statistic now. You just combine it, folks. Add up the on-base percentage and the slugging percentage. Anything over 900 is really good. Beltre, numbers don't lie. He lines out to right field for a base hit. So Beltre has a 2-out single. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. So Beltre aboard with the 2-out hit, and that'll bring up Jed Lowry.
Number 12, Jed Lowry.
Lowry walked in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Pitch by Cahill. Nelson Cruz just homered off Java Chamberlain, leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Rangers have tied the Yankees now 5-5, still batting in the bottom of the 8th. So Java Chamberlain coming in and cannot close the door. One and two to Jed Lowry.
Josh Hamilton out. Nelson Cruz a big addition as he was on the disabled list. Hamilton not yet playing after injuring his ribs.
Well, obviously the attention on Hamilton being out, but you have to remember they got Cruz and Kinsler back. Now, does that make up for the loss? Probably not, but that's 2 pretty good offensive players that you did get back into your lineup.
And by homering in the 8th inning, at this point, they don't have to worry about Mariano Rivera.
That's right. Eliminate him, at least for the time being. Good pitch. Strike 3 call. Second strikeout for Trevor Cahill, and nothing for the Red Sox in the top of the 4th. Which former Athletic holds the Red Sox single-season record for most strikeouts? That's most strikeouts as a hitter. I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to say anything. Well, and it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Michael Bowden comes in. Right-hander out of the bullpen. First pitch is high. Top of the order for the Athletics here in the bottom of the fourth. Probably a game where the manager, Terry Francona, very happy that the rosters are expanded. He's got a couple extra pitchers down in the bullpen, and boy, when your starter gets knocked out in the second inning, he says thank you very much.
Another win to the visiting clubhouse, and so many players. Mikey Thalbom, his visiting clubhouse manager, had put up portable lockers in the middle of the clubhouse.
Never a good sign.
Well, it's okay if you're one of those guys that has to come up and take one of those portable lockers. Of course, Mikey has the veterans and the guys position around, as he does with all teams when they come in. And all that means is a bigger post-game spread.
Yeah.
And have more food.
3-1 the count to Coco Crisp. That pitch in for a strike. What a big rip, he fouls it back. Crisp, a single and a walk. Stole a base and scored a run. Broken bat, and that's going to get down for a hit. Right center field.
Well, the A's last home game this season is Sunday, September the 26th. It's against the Rangers. 10,000 fans that day will get a Dallas Braden bobblehead. It's brought to you by Sharp Business Systems. Buy tickets online now, OaklandAthletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL. Dallas Braden, perfected. 5-9-10.
So Derek Barton steps in. Barton, a walk and a single. The single knocked in a pair in the second inning. Crisp runs, throw to second base, not in time, another stolen base. Second one in the ball game for Coco Crisp.
Got a big jump and a big leg kick, and for Victor Martinez, no chance. See, Coco, even nobody out running with his head down, knowing that Derek Barton is going to do exactly what he did, and that's fake a bunt and give him a chance to steal.
One and one the count to Barton. So that is now 18 consecutive steals for Coco Crisp. 26 for 28 on the year. Outside, 3-1.
don't think I've ever seen a game played this slowly. The Red Sox, because usually they're pitching sharp. They throw strikes.
Well, the guys they brought in are very deliberate workers,
Yes.
and they're not throwing strikes. So.
Richardson actually did not give up a hit or a run. Did walk a couple, struck out a couple. Another 3-2 count here, and Chris with a 3-2 count.
Skies one to center. Kalish goes back. Coco Crisp is going to tag up. He's going to try for third. The throw to third is right there, and he is out. Okay, Ryan Kalish has a good arm.
Yes, he does.
That was impressive.
Well, looking that, well, maybe he's just going to give up a flare and not try, but this is the key. He went back, came in, set up perfectly. 1-2 steps and a strike right on the bag to Beltre. That was a very impressive throw. That did not touch the ground. That's like Beltre's a second baseman taking the throw from the catcher. Wow.
And you know what? Not a bad play by Coco Crisp trying to get to third.
That's a Nichiro Suzuki like throw there. Nichiro's first season.
Very impressive.
Star on that throw.
0-2 to Kurt Suzuki. Look at that throw right there. Coco knew it. No need to hang around. So 1-2 to Kurt Suzuki. They are going to the 9th inning in Arlington. Thanks to that Nelson Cruz home run. They are tied 5-5. Yankees, Rangers. Fly ball to right field where J.D. Drew drifts back. He's got it. Side retired. So we're through 4 at the Coliseum. It's the A's 5 and the Red Sox 0. Holds the Red Sox single season record for most strikeouts. Mark Bellhorn in 2004 struck out 177 times. Not a bad hitter, but he did strike out a lot.
he was a very good hitter for the Red Sox.
Not so much for the A's.
Well, I think that the Red Sox had a great. When he was there, they had two different teams.
Yeah.
They had an offensive team. Bellhorn was part of that.
That's right.
And they'd bring in a defense. It was like football. But in football, you can have a whole bunch of players, but not as many in baseball. But it just seemed like the Red Sox, world champions 04, 07. Seemed like they had about 40 players during the regular season they could interchange, and the World Series.
Josh Reddick is the hitter. He takes outside, pops off the glove of Suzuki. Reddick, Hall, and Anderson for the Red Sox. Trevor Cahill has allowed just 2 hits. He struck out 2. He's walked 2. He has thrown 73 pitches.
26 in the second inning, which most of those came after 2 outs, but 2 quick outs.
Hooray, the Rangers tie game, 9th inning. They have brought in their closer, Neftali Feliz, which that is the luxury that you can do. Really, when a game is tied, it gets past the 8th inning. You can bring your closer in, even though it's not a safe situation. So 3-2 to Reddick. That one bounced left side. Larish. That was a tough hop. Then the throw was out. Reddick. Out number 1.
Well, the Detroit Tigers at home tonight. Armando Galarraga pitching and Jim Joyce behind the plate.
Bill Hall.
First appearance at Detroit for Jim Joyce since Galarraga had the near perfect game. Went 7 innings, gave up a hit in the top of the second. Galarraga did. Lost to Baltimore as the Orioles continue to play very well.
Well, I think we all, in a strange kind of way, probably gained some respect for Jim Joyce, even though he did miss the call, no question, but he stood up, felt bad. And I'm not saying an umpire has to feel bad, but I thought he handled it the right way.
And of course, with the play, the 27th, or should have been the 27th out. Discussion about maybe if an umpire, second base, run over, say, you know, I think you missed that.
Yeah.
I see that in the future. Of course, they usually get together on close plays or calls, but if they start doing that, of course, everybody knows that you open up a big can of worms and you'd have it all the time.
Hall swings at a pitch way out of the strike zone, and that is strikeout number 3 for Trevor Cahill.
And there's where the open stance as he closed it up. Hall got the slider away, could not hold up a swing on a pitch actually out of the strike zone.
Now batting, number 44.
That started out of the hand of Trevor Cahill.
Anderson.
Started out a ball.
Started a ball and finished
Started a ball and almost finishes a wild pitch. Kurt Suzuki had to backhand him so far outside.
So Lars Anderson steps in. First pitch changeup, and it drops in nicely for a strike.
Threw a lot of those pitches in his last start. Asked Kurt Young about it. He simply said he didn't have his fastball. Had to throw his changeup, try to throw strikes more consistently.
Don't you think it helps Cahill a lot that his fastball thrown at 90, but it acts the exact same way as his changeup, right? Even though it's 10, 12 miles per hour. Very much like Brandon Webb when Webb was having so much success. It looks like the exact same pitch, but
Trevor's going to get to the point where he's going to perfect that two-seamer inside the lefties. It's like Greg Maddux. Just start at the inside, buckle the knees of the hitter and bring it back consistently where it's not a hittable pitch.
He's still just 22 and just his second year of Major League Baseball. Ultra Mo, ever good, and showing the release by Trevor Cahill, and a two-seamer started inside.
Check swing. Cahill grabs it. Underhand, low. No problem for Barton. And that is a 3-up, 3-down inning for Trevor Cahill. Bottom of the fifth, it'll be Costello and Hermida to bat for the A's. They lead 5-0. Central tonight at 10:30 on our sister station Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of baseball. Raiders getting ready for their opener against the Titans. And the Niners getting ready for their opener. NFL starts this week and actually started last night. So Brody Brazil, Matt Morrison will host. 5-0. The A's lead the Red Sox. Bottom of the fifth inning. Jack Cust to lead it off. Cust followed by Ellis and then Hermida against Michael Bowden, who's into his second inning of work. And he scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second.
Some college football coaches named Bowden, huh?
Yeah. Ran him out of town in Tallahassee.
Figured out.
At least that's the story I read.
Brought that up, you would follow up with it.
He just wanted one more year, Ray, and they said, no, we're going to make a change. Been there for 40 years. Can't give him one more.
Is that Bobby?
Yeah.
They give it to Joe Paterno.
Best press conference in college football, Joe Paterno. What? What? That one just a bit outside, says Jerry Lane.
Better yet, but the president of the university said to him, I think it's time. Joe said, no, I want a 3-year contract. Guess who got a 3-year contract?
No, I don't think it's time. I'll decide.
Yeah.
That's a major shift on Jack Cust, folks. This is probably as extreme as we've seen it. That's Bill Hall out there in right field. That's an odd field if you're Bill. That's Lowry right in front.
It's even more odd for Jack Cust.
Beltre is playing shortstop. Neftali Feliz retired the Yankees in the top of the ninth, so bottom of the ninth down in Arlington, 5-5 game. Another 2-2 to Cust. Lays off that pitch in the dirt. Cust has walked twice. Red Sox pitchers have walked 6 and given up 6 hits. So really the A's have had base runners all over the place in the first 4 innings.
The Yankees and the Red Sox have both been criticized for playing such long games. Tonight, there's a different reason for it.
That's a shot to right. Forget the shift. Nobody's going to get that one. Bounces off the wall. Cust digging for second. The throw coming in, and it's just a bit late. Jack Cust with a leadoff double.
A couple of walks and a booming double. J.D. Drew throws the ball very well, but Jack Cust on the 3-2 took some very good off-speed pitches from the pitcher. But top spin on the fastball and shift or no shift, it goes over 3. And finally bounces off the wall right back to Drew, and there's the strong arm. And Cust was busting it as soon as he hit it because he knows the strength of the throwing arm. Just like Reddick running, right? That's right. Talking about speed.
16th double of the year for Cust. A's have had their leadoff man on in each of the first 5 innings. Shoots on the right field. J.D. Drew heading toward the line, and he makes the catch in fair territory. Cust will tag, and he'll go to third.
Well, that's a great job of Mark Ellis.
Just get it done, right?
Giving it up his at bat to get the runner over. Now the A's just need to get him in. September the 21st at 7:05, the A's host the Chicago White Sox. That's the season finale. Final Chevy free parking Tuesday. That'd be a big series against the White Sox. Also, drivers can show their Chevy car keys on the night of the game at the A's box office and receive a field-level game ticket for only $20. That's a savings of $6. For details, visit OaklandAthletics.com. September the 21st, the 20th begins the final homestand of the regular season for the Athletics.
Already?
Already. Amazing.
Here's Hermida. Chance to drive in a run. Red Sox bring the infield in. He squibs it off the end of the bat foul. Interesting, Ray. In that game down in Texas in the bottom of the 9th, the Yankees brought in a new pitcher out of the bullpen, Phil Hughes. I know they pushed him back a little bit, try to give him a little bit of a rest.
Well, they said they were going to limit his innings, and I didn't know the bullpen was going to be the way to do it. Maybe skip him a start or 2.
Pick off at third, and they got it. Cust gets picked off third base. Ryan Runge, the third base umpire, rings him up at third.
And Jack coming down the line, and a pre-planned play. Fastball outside with Beltre covering. See an ultra-mo. Beltre putting his foot in front of the hand. Boy, the hand lifted. Bag up. Saw Victor Martinez come out and think about throwing behind the runner at first. Well, the head first slide, the infielder can put his foot or his body in front of the runner sliding back into the bag.
Line drive into the glove of Reddick. Side retired. 6th inning coming up. Still 5-0 Athletics. over the Red Sox. First of 3 between these two teams who are just trying to hang in there in the American League playoff picture. Top of the order for the Red Sox, Ryan Kalish, and then J.D. Drew and Victor Martinez. Kalish 0 for 2. Thought he had a home run in the first inning, but Coco Crisp made a sensational play, going about 2 feet over the wall to take a home run away from Kalish, and that's how the game got started. Bounced over the mound. Ellis on the run and dug out by Buck in the good pitch.
Now Mark Ellis so great at second base and knowing the play and the speed of the runner. Watch how he kind of circles around to make sure he catches the ball and then throws quickly across his body. And a good stretch by Derek Barton. But instead of going straight after and having a much tougher throw, he kind of circled around a little bit and then able to jump, get enough on the throw. In our Ultra Mo, ever good. Thank you very much for that great shot.
Drew skies one. That'll be Coco Crisp for out number 2. 6 in a row retired by Trevor Cahill.
Brett Anderson, who's pitching tomorrow night, had that great 2-hitter in Boston. Shut out against the Red Sox at Fenway Park. And Trevor's given up just 2 hits.
The only inning that the Red Sox have had more than one base runner was the second. Cahill got out of a second and third 2-out jam.
There's no doubt the curveball and the changeup that Cahill has been throwing this year. 2 great pitches that have really helped him, along with the 2-seam fastball.
Ground out to short, fly out to right field for Victor Martinez. Rips one to right for a base hit.
Hit.
Yes, he can. Will he hit for the Red Sox next year? There's your question.
I'd say they're if they want to sign him,
Now batting,
there's nothing to hold them back.
David Ortiz.
Catchers are a premium. There's not really that many good ones, especially those that can hit. And Red Sox, of course, in their time, the captain, Jason Varitek, back on the roster. Some big years for the Red Sox. Carlton Fisk, the Hall of Famer. And Victor Martinez, acquired last year.
Well, so you have to decide, do you want Martinez back? And there's a $12 million option on David Ortiz. Do you want to bring him back? And those are hard hitters to replace. I mean, they're huge numbers they're putting up.
You know, it can also, in case of an option year, you could renegotiate the go to the length and maybe lower it a little bit if that's the case. Of course, the contract signed by David Ortiz at a time when money was being spread around rather freely.
Sure. 1-1 to Ortiz. But you know, if you let a guy go, that's fine. But you got to replace him. And Ortiz has 88 RBIs, Martinez 63, and Martinez hurt some this year. I mean, he's a legitimate 100 RBI guy.
Yeah, and he could play first and put Euclid at third. Does it go Glover? There's some options they have, especially with Martinez. But the question is,
Beltre. What do you do with Beltre? You know, there's
well, that's true too. But I mean, he's going to command a pretty good contract, regardless of where he goes. There's a changeup, and it's a pitch we're talking about with Trevor Cahill. 2-1. Does it throw him the fastball? Well, they're thinking more tonight than it has in the 3 previous starts. Between those 3 players, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
To decide what they're going to do.
Good pitch. Strike 3 call. Fastball inside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Trevor Cahill. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. Still 5-0 A's. It's time for the Coors Light Freeze Game. Coors Light Freeze Game is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. 5-0, the A's leading the Red Sox tonight here at the Coliseum. Keeping an eye on that scoreboard. Extra innings in Arlington between the Yankees and the Rangers. 5-5. 2 outs in the top of the 10th. Robert Coelho comes in. His first pitch is a strike.
Well, the A's have done nothing off the relievers of the Red Sox so far.
They've done their part to try to keep the Red Sox in the game. Trevor Cahill has shut down the Boston offense. This one's popped up, and it's going to be playable. Martinez has it. So Rajay Davis pops out. That game has just gone to the bottom of the 10th inning.
Now batting.
What is that bottom note? 9 pitchers the Rangers have used? 15 total? September call-ups.
It has been played, and I'm not lying here, it's been played like the 7th game of the World Series. Of course, you wouldn't have 9 pitchers to use. Well, maybe you would in the World Series 7th game.
Wow.
Larish fouls it straight back. That's the start of a kind of a short 5-game homestand for Texas. They'll have 3 against New York and then 2 against Detroit next week. It's a bit of a quirky part of their schedule, Ray. They have Monday off and Thursday off of next week. And in between that is that 2-game series against the Tigers. One and 2 to Jeff Larish. In the National League East, the Phillies won and the Braves won. So it remains a 1-game lead for the Phillies over Atlanta. Those two teams still have 6 games left against each other, including the last 3 of the season in Atlanta. So that still quite a bit of work to be done in that division between those two teams. Fastball, strike 3 called. So Lara strikes out looking for the second time. So Pennington steps up. There's a strike. In the NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds win and the Cardinals lose. So the Cardinals drop a game. They are now 6 back. Those two teams do not have any games left against each other. 0-2 pitch to Pennington. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Sequeira with a couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the 6th. And we are on to the 7th. 5-0 Athletics over the Red Sox. By Nation's Giant Hamburgers, August 31st, 2005. Jeremy Hermida, his first Major League at-bat, he hits a grand slam for the Florida Marlins. Second player to do so. Kevin Kuzminoff would do it a year later. Daniel Nava did it this year in June. Of course, Nava with the Red Sox. So when you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's. That was, again, August 31st, 2005. First Major League at-bat, a grand slam for Jeremy Hermida.
Is it pinch hit?
No. Kuz did it with the Indians. Trevor Cahill with a 5-0 lead as we reach the 7th inning. Going to be Beltre, Lowry, and Reddick.
Levin's the lefty. Senor Smoke, the righty.
Grand slams in Major League debut. Bill Duggleby back in 1898. Bobby Bonds did it in 68. And then 3 guys that we mentioned. Beltre chases a pitch that was up and out of the strike zone.
Beltre not only swings hard, but he ends up on his knee. He actually had 2 home runs against the Rays in Tampa. If he followed through, had him on his right knee. But yet 2 home runs. Very, very strong. 5 not so great years with the Seattle Mariners following the spectacular season with the Dodgers.
Ellis has it, flips to first, and that's out number 1. Well, this was Kuzminoff's grand slam in Texas. Edison Volquez, the pitcher. Gary Matthews Jr., the center fielder. And there's Kuz with the Tribe. Went to the Padres for 3 years, and now with the Athletics. Lowry pops it up. Oh, 2 quick outs. This is Daniel Nava.
Big Joe, hunt for Joe Black in Fenway Park on a rainy afternoon. How about that?
From the area.
Yeah, that's a story. That's a true story there. I mean, that's a real good one.
Yep. First pitch to Josh Reddick is a bit low. Here it is. Daniel Nava. For Cahill, kind of on cruise control right now. Retired 9 out of the last 10. Only the 2-out single by Martinez is the hit in that stretch. 104 pitches for Cahill.
And even last inning, when he got a runner on base, when Victor got on base, Martinez, very quickly, 2 guys got up in the bullpen. Got the strikeout, David Ortiz, with a very good pitch, and then first 2 batters in this inning. He would like nothing better than to finish the 7th.
Bill Hall, a right-handed hitter in the on-deck circle. 3-1. Bounce to Martin, a big hop. Martin will take it himself, and Cahill will finish the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch here at the Coliseum. All A's right now. They lead 5-0. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the top of the order for the A's, leading 5-0.
Henry just had to finish that with football, didn't he?
Yeah, you can't get away from it, Raymond. So, Coelho has it knocked off his leg, and Coco Crisp is going to have another hit. Coco's 3 for 3 with a walk. That gets us to our A's in-game box score, brought to you by Mass Mutual. Coco on top with the 3 hits. And everybody has really contributed tonight. He scored all their runs in the first 2 innings. 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Trevor Cahill, 7 shutout innings tonight. I would imagine his night is through. And he's got a decent chance to get his 16th win of the year. Barton takes a strike on the outside. Mariano Rivera came into that game to start the bottom of the 10th inning, and he got through the Rangers, so Still 5-5 going to the 11th in Arlington. Martin hits one high and foul. Beltre is going to have just enough room when he makes the kill.
And another player screaming about the foul territory here at the Coliseum. In the other park, you know the old story. Get another swing.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
Well, I want to say A's players are used to it, but
never get used to it.
I don't think that's the case.
You never get used to hitting a foul ball because you go to 13 other parks and it's in the seats.
Yeah, like 8 rows.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even think about walking to the dugout. What you do here.
Quick throw, and Chris gets back. Suzuki is 1 for 3, but he had a big hit, a 2-run double in the first inning. Pitch out, nothing going on. Crisp has 2 steals in the game. On deck is Jack Cust. Fastball is high to Kurt. So hitters count for Suzuki 2-0.
And also a running count for the runner, because it's tough to pitch out and at least make a mistake and then take it to 3-0. So a couple of options for the A's.
Chris looked like he was going and took a couple steps, stopped, and then after the pitch was thrown, he kind of slapped his hands together like maybe he wished he would have gone.
Now, Ricky Henderson in uniform and watching the moves of the pitchers, but Terry Francona has changed the pitcher so often he can't not. I mean, he might pick up something, but by the time he tells the guy in the dugout what to look for, the pitcher's out of the game.
Plus, the relievers that we've seen are all rookies.
Exactly.
And I don't know that we've seen any of them. Maybe Bowden pitched.
There's only one guy that's seen all of them. That's Adam Roden.
Adam Roden, the great Adam Roden.
Roden has seen every one of them, and he's telling everybody about them, but I don't know if he's picked up any move that he can show them. It's the busiest time of the year for Adam Roden. Yeah. September call-ups, and especially the Red Sox. 39. Might be sleeping out here. I bet he spent his off day here, putting all this stuff together.
Hey, Adam, what do you got on these guys?
Everything.
Hand him a disc.
Yeah. Well, the big lead by Coco Crisp, not going anywhere though.
This one's sky. All the way down the line is Anderson. So Kurt Suzuki a little bit frustrated as he fouls out. So Kurt 1 for 4.
And the frustrating part for Kurt Suzuki, although he has caught 7 shutout innings, Trevor Cahill in a 2-run double in the first inning. A couple of frustrating at-bats. Bases are at least a double play with a couple of guys on in the second. And a couple of pop-ups.
So 2 outs for Jack Cust. Cust has had a very good game offensively. He walked in the first. He walked in the second. He doubled in the 5th. Unfortunately, he was picked off 3rd after that double. So it did not end well in the 5th inning for Cust. Been on base all 3 times. Coco takes off. Throw to second base. Not in time. He got a big jump again. He's a base stealing machine, Coco Crisp. His 3rd of the night. Ricky must be proud. He should be.
Yeah. The huge leads are getting, and Victor Martinez just has really not had an opportunity. That's why he's attempting to pick off guys when they get on the corners, because not giving much help and throwing guys out. That's, of course, Beltre, the 3rd baseman, taking the throw at second. Jack Cust up and the shift on.
Well, Crisp actually took a step or 2, and then he took off. So he had a terrific jump. of a walking lead, and you're just not going to throw a guy out if he gets a walking lead. Jack lays off that pitch. 1-1 the count. So the A's as a team now 131 stolen bases for the season. They got a decent chance to get to 150. A's have out-hit the Red Sox tonight 8-3. To the backstop, and Chris will trot to third. Be a wild pitch.
A hard slider, and Victor just reaching for it. Got a glove on it, but that's it.
Pitch is up and away. He walked in. Third walk for Cust. Walk number 7 by the Red Sox pitcher.
Second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
So a frustrating night for that man, Terry Francona. The team that really the Red Sox are chasing, the Rays in that AL wild card, won their game. So right now Boston 7 back in the wild card. And they, like the A's, really cannot afford any more losses. Top of the 11th in Arlington. Two and 0 now. Coelho, the right-hander, into his second inning of work. John Farrell's going to trot out. The Red Sox as a team this year, their ERA is 4.20. That's 9th in the American League. Of course, the A's continue to lead, and they have a pretty significant lead in team ERA in the American League. So there's a real good chance the A's will finish first in team pitching this year in the American League. Two and 0 to Ellis. Markets were high down the left field line. He got out in the front, and it will be into the seats, but a pretty good effort by Josh Reddick. He reached in there and came close.
They're trying to avoid all the relief pitchers down in the A's bullpen. They're sitting still, which they're allowed to do. They don't have to get up. Ziegler just giving a little pat, some nice try. See if he was that Japanese guy. Remember, he jumped up on the.
That's right. Get up and then make the play.
Yeah, just climb right up on top of the bullpen. I wouldn't take a chance. He'd come right through it.
Crisp is at third, Cust at first. That pitch is a strike, 3-2.
Another high strike, Mark Ellis. Thought it was high enough that it was going to be called a ball, as it was at the letters. Hold on to the bat.
Huss will take off. 3-2. 2 outs. He goes, and the pitch is high. He walked him. So the bases are loaded. Jeremy Hermida is the hitter.
Number 45, Jeremy Hermida.
John Farrell making sure that the reliever is ready. Robert Manuel is down there. He's another right-hander, but Coelho's going to go after Hermida, and the first pitch is a strike outside the corner. Hermida thought it was outside.
Tommy Cam, oh, just about 4 inches out.
Off the end of the bat. Kalish coming in. He'll get there. Makes the catch. Side retired. A's leave them loaded in the bottom of the 7th. 8th inning coming up. 5-0 Athletics. We have reached the 8th inning. 5-0. The A's lead the Red Sox. New pitcher Craig Breslow takes over here in the 8th. Bill Hall, the hitter, pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. Salt the Slovakia. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change, Tune-Up, and Smog experts. Just a bit low to Bill Hall, who's 0 for 2. Just 3 hits for the Red Sox in the ballgame. Good swing there on the fastball. 3-2 to home. 107 pitches for Cahill.
Bounced back 6 walks his last start against the Angels, 2 tonight. A very good outing by Trevor, looking for win number 16. Did not give up a run.
And here's a leadoff walk to Bill Hall.
Now's the time to secure a 2011 A's ticket plan by placing a $150 per seat deposit on a 2011 ticket plan. You will receive an authentic A's jersey of the player of your choice. There are a limited number of jerseys available for this promotion. Get more information online at oaklandathletics.com or call 510-638-GO-A's.
So here's the pinch hitter, Jared Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia was acquired from the Texas Rangers right at the trade deadline. Swing and a miss. High hopes for Saltalamacchia when he was with the Rangers, but he really could not stay healthy. There was certainly an opportunity to be the #1 catcher in Texas.
Unexpected when they acquired him from Atlanta.
3 pitches. Saltalamacchia, no chance. Fastball right past him. Swing and a miss.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the Red
Inside
Sox.
target, went up the ladder.
For Cahill, number 54, Darnell McDonald.
So another pinch hitter. This will be Darnell McDonald hitting for Kalish. They're in the bottom of the 11th in Arlington, 5-5. Rangers just coming to bat. Mariano Rivera back out there again, Ray. So he's going into his 2nd inning of work. First pitch to, or second pitch to McDonald. He fouls it straight back. Saw McDonald quite a bit in the first 2 series against the Red Sox this year. He's lost 2 out of 3 at Fenway, won 2 out of 3 here. Slider in for a strike. Good pitch by Breslow. 1-2.
Rivera pitching 2 innings. Maybe they've run out of pitchers.
Well, that's a good point.
Might set a record for most pitchers used.
Fastball, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Breslow.
Well, a high hitter from Breslow.
Now batting, number 7.
Just rearing back and throwing. 4-seam fastball right over the top. If Henry Rodriguez closes out the 9th, then that might be some real heat.
So J.D. Drew looking for his first hit. Takes a first pitch strike. Drew a strikeout, hit into a double play and a fly ball to center field, and he's quickly behind in the count 0-2. So Breslow is pumping strikes in there now. Another fastball, this one a bit high. Shallow right field. Hermida went back. Now he's got to come in, and he makes the catch. Side retired. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Davis, Larish, and Pennington. 5-0 A's.
Toyota. More people say yes to Toyota than any other brand in California. Learn why at your Toyota dealer today. By Xfinity TV, phone, and internet. Reinvented. By Chevy with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon Wireless, introducing the Droid X, the next generation of does.
Here's our game summary brought to you by McDonald's. 0-3-0 for Boston, 5-8-0 for the Athletics. 7 excellent innings from Trevor Cahill and a 3-hit night for Coco Crisp. Also 3 steals for Crisp. Darnell McDonald stays in the game after pinch hitting. He will play center field. Salta Lamaki is now at first base. And a new pitcher, Robert Manuel. Rajay Davis swings at the first pitch and drives him towards center. McDonald is under it, and he's got it. So 1 pitch, 1 out. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. And there are the numbers for Robert Manuel. Just his 8th appearance this year. That youngster, well, he's probably got a decision to make at some point.
A little confused, but that's all right. He's holding on to the right cap, the right helmet.
He's here. He's enjoying it. Yeah, we'll give him a couple of years.
And he knows that David Renetti's here to protect him.
The protector, David Renetti.
He's got everything under control if he's up in the booth with us. So we know everything is fine.
Especially when he stands with his arms crossed. It's scaring me right now a little bit. I feel like maybe I did something wrong. It looks like when I was in grade school and I was cheating off other people's papers. That's the way the teacher stood next to me, so I wouldn't do that.
So you actually admit
every day. Not proud of it. I had to get through, Ray. I had to get through.
Obviously, you have to be proud of it because you're mentioning it this many years later.
Part of the story. Part of the story. There's David, and he's the man. Vice President David Renetti. We enjoy it when David comes up to visit us.
He looks as young as he did, about 25 years ago? How many years? 30 years. That's right, because... That's right. I remember him when he was a teenager. Remember that guy was around too. Ricky was. And I reminded Ricky that Jim Palmer, the Hall of Famer, went into the Hall of Fame and then went to Florida to try to make a comeback. And Ricky said, "No." See, I think Ricky might be interested in doing something like that.
Well, make sure you join us tomorrow here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Be game 2 of this 3-game series. A's Red Sox. Brett Anderson, John Lackey, lefty versus righty. Coverage begins at 5:30 with A's pregame live, and then the ball game a little after 6. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet California. So Anderson and Lackey tomorrow night.
Josh Hood with some more great work.
This one driven to center by Pennington. Darnell McDonald has a busy half inning. Side retired. We are headed to the 9th, folks. A's trying to wrap it up. They lead 5-0.
Chris saved a home run, and Kurt Suzuki in the first inning. After a single and a walk, a 2-run double by Suzuki. Nice effort by Reddick off the wall, but Barton following Coco Crisp very quickly. 3 batters, 2-0 lead, and Kurt Suzuki with a great drive, not out of the park, but against the wall just enough. A's 3-0, then 5-0. Play ball called a tough beginning in this game, lasted just 1+ innings.
So Henry Rodriguez comes in to try to finish this baby off. Rodriguez facing Victor Martinez. First pitch to the backstop. So Anderson and Lackey tomorrow night. That should be a fun one. A little shadow game, Ray. 6 o'clock start.
Yeah.
That'll come into play a little bit. Usually the hitters are not too thrilled about it.
Series finale, Reed and Beckett. I mean, that's the Red Sox have some pitching. The A's, of course, outstanding pitching. There are the 2. Dallas Braden. On Sunday, the series finale, Dallas Brett Anderson and John Lackey. Long-term contract after many great years with the Angels.
So 1 out for David Ortiz. Good fastball, 100 miles an hour, right at the knees on the outside corner. Ortiz, a couple of fly balls to center field and a strikeout. Adrian Beltre in the on-deck circle. That time, David Ortiz had a good rip at the 100-mile-per-hour fastball. He sized it up, and he hit a pretty good rip at it.
Had a leg kick, got the bat going, and straight back.
One-two. And that one inside. 102 miles an hour from Henry Rodriguez. Big bouncer. It's a fair ball. Martin will flip to Rodriguez, and that is out number 2. Ortiz with the slow walk back to the dugout, and Adrian Beltre steps up. I wish I could give you better news from Arlington, but the Yankees had the go-ahead run at third with 1 out and could not get him home, Ray. So they are going to the bottom of the 12th, still tied at 5, the Yankees and the Rangers. This should do it. Pennington charges, throws to first, and that is the ball game. More great pitching for the Athletics tonight. Trevor Cahill, Craig Breslow, Henry Rodriguez combined on the 3-hit shutout. That is the 14th shutout of the season for the A's pitching staff, and the Athletics back to the 500 mark at 70-70. So they will now wait for the outcome of that extra inning game in Arlington to see where they are in the standings from tomorrow morning. A's 5, Red Sox nothing. That's your final. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Henry Wolford and Carney Lansford starts right now.